Can you hear me?
Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2.
Good? Okay.
Coming up next, the dangerous new ways that criminals are sending in active shooter hoaxes and the impact in our area.
My kids know, they know what to do if a bad person comes into their school with a gun.
Plus, a well-known former Central Pennsylvania congressman has died.
And a cultural tradition returns to Centre County this weekend. The Centre County Report starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm John Drager.
And I'm Hannah Markovich. Thanks for joining us for the Centre County Report. Our top story: after a series of swatting threats across the state, local officials are reassuring the community about their readiness. Reporter Isabella Leahy has more. A string of threats and fake reports of active shooters recently have left communities feeling on edge. It is happening nationally and locally, like just a few weeks ago in Bellefonte, Altoona, and Pittsburgh. It's especially frightening after real school shootings, like the one recently in Nashville. Penn State police officer Michelle Beckenbaugh says her own children were in the Bellefonte school area when the latest false call came in.
My kids know, they know what to do if a bad person comes into their school with a gun.
So-called swatting calls are nothing new, but people are now using artificial intelligence to create computer-generated threats that go out to schools.
Swatting is basically a scam where an unknown person is calling into a 911 center or a police station saying that there is some type of active attack currently going on at, let's say, a high school or an elementary school or even on a college campus.
There are different ways that AI is being used for swatting threats.
The perpetrator could schedule this and then distance themselves as much as possible from the thing they had set up, making them harder to find.
Penn State's University Park campus is home to more than 40,000 students. Security and safety is a key concern for police here. Although there has never been a swatting incident at Penn State, there has been an active shooter right here on the Hub lawn. In 1996, an active shooter shot and killed then senior Melanie Spalla and wounded another student. University Park police teach the run, hide, fight method to help faculty, staff, and students prepare for the worst.
We actually have a response to an active attacker program. One of our officers will come out to that department or that student club, whatever the case may be, and present the run, hide, fight program.
Tracking those responsible for swatting calls can be tricky.
There are a variety of swatting scenarios that have happened where sometimes the individual has not taken many precautions and they're easy to find, and sometimes they take in a lot and they are never found.
What makes tracking them even tougher? An FBI official said recently they believe many of the false threats focused on schools may be coming from outside of the country. In University Park, I'm Isabella Leahy for the Centre County Report. Beckenbaugh says University Police will provide an active attacker response program to any Penn State organization. If you're interested, go to their website, police.psu.edu, and click on Run, Hide, Fight under Quick Links.
Police have announced an arrest in a state college rape case that happened almost 23 years ago. They arrested 51-year-old Kurt Relema at his home in Michigan this week. He is accused of raping a woman who was jogging at the Penn State golf course in July of 2000. According to court documents, DNA evidence and forensics work linked the suspect to this crime and another in Michigan. State College police are investigating the death of a 31-year-old man downtown at the Beaver Avenue parking garage. It happened early Monday morning. Police say the man suffered fatal injuries that were likely caused from a fall from the building. No foul play is suspected, but they are waiting for toxicology results. Police are asking if anyone with information to contact them.
A new state restriction takes effect tomorrow on a powerful animal tranquilizer showing up in illegal drug supplies. Governor Shapiro's administration added xylazine to the state's list of controlled substances. The drug is a factor in a growing number of overdoses. Federal officials say it's an emerging threat because it's being mixed with fentanyl. In Pennsylvania, the tranquilizer contributed to 90 overdose deaths in 2017. And nearly 600 in 2021.
A Penn State research team has developed the first ever rapid test for monkeypox. The new test can detect the virus within minutes, while current tests can take days. Once the new rapid test is validated clinically, the lab will look for commercial partners to bring it to the market.
A new lawsuit accuses Mount Nittany Health of violating medical privacy rights. The suit claims the health system disclosed patients' private information to Facebook, Google, and other third-party websites without their knowledge. It was filed on behalf of 2 unnamed Center County residents. The patients are asking for $1 million in damages.
Turning to the weather, it's been a roller coaster of temperatures this week that made it feel like winter one day and summer the next. Student meteorologist Brian Michigan is live with more. Brian?
Yeah, thanks guys. Certainly enjoying the beautiful summer-like conditions outside right now, but taking a look at our satellite and radar, you can really see it's a very similar story throughout Pennsylvania. We're expecting temperatures to get back into the 80s today. And speaking of temperatures, we've been on a roller coaster trend the past 7 days or so. Last Friday, we hit a high temperature record at 86 degrees. To put that into perspective, our average high this time of year is 59. Now back into Saturday, we got into the 60s, back up into the 80s for Sunday, and then a cold front dropped our temperatures down into the 50s and 40s to start the week. But for today, they started the week cold. We're going to end it hot as temperatures getting into the 80s, and we're expecting some breezy conditions, but definitely a nice day to get out there and enjoy any outdoor activities. I'm Brian reporting from the Willard Building. Back to you guys at the anchor desk.
Alrighty, thank you, Brian. Investigators are looking into a fire that destroyed part of a lumber yard in Clearfield County. The fire started Wednesday, gutted Walker Lumber's sawmill building on Tipple Lane and shut down a section of the Route 322. The company believes the fire may have been started by torches and welding gear left in the building. The fire is not expected to impact day-to-day operations.
A downtown State College restaurant is closing its doors after almost 3 years in business. Weirdo's Pizzeria on College Avenue announced the closing on Instagram. The owner let customers know, and a sign posted to the doors indicated that Continental Real Estate Management terminated the lease.
A former Central Pennsylvania U.S. Congressman Bud Schuster has died at 91 years old. He served for 28 years. He was best known for backing transportation projects, including securing funding for Interstate 99. He was also cited for misconduct, including accepting improper gifts and favoring a lobbyist. And Pennsylvania U.S. Senator John Fetterman has returned to work in Washington. He checked himself into a hospital in February for treatment of clinical depression. He left treatment in late March, with his office saying that the depression is in remission.
Elections officials in a central Pennsylvania county are scrambling to fix a mistake on more than 18,000 mail-in ballots for the May primary. Someone noticed the ballot for the Superior Court in Lancaster County instructed voters to pick only one candidate to nominate from their party, when in fact voters could pick 2. Postal officials helped intercept and secure most of the affected ballots. Voters will get replacements.
A Supreme Court ruling on access to an abortion pill may happen tonight. Reporter Anna Camden has more details on the latest abortion controversy.
The Supreme Court is expected to decide tonight on the next steps in an abortion legal fight, if women will face more restrictions to access an abortion pill. The controversy comes less than a year after the court overturned Roe v. Wade and allowed states more control. 13 states have now banned most types of abortion. Pennsylvania is one of 27 that still allows legal abortions, but there are strong opinions on both sides.
I'm against abortion in virtually every case because I think it's baby killing. So
I'd say that I'm pro-choice because I think that people should have their own right to decide what to do with their body, especially in something as big as pregnancy.
There are also gestational limits on abortion in 5 states and ban blocks in 6. In June of 2022, hundreds of protesters started their march for abortion rights at these Allen Street gates. And 10 months later, the debate still rages on in both State College and the rest of the country. At stake now is whether to allow restrictions on the abortion pill ordered by a lower court to take effect while a legal case plays out. And that next step likely comes tonight. In State College, I'm Anna Camden for the Center County Report.
The drug at the center of the case first won FDA approval in 2000, and conditions on its use have loosened in recent years.
Still to come on the Center County Report, is rain on the way for this weekend? We'll have the 7-day forecast.
Plus, how some Pennsylvanians can soon get free speech therapy. Also coming up, an annual tradition this weekend in State College that honors American Indian culture and brings people from across North America.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Discover new favorites from PBS and locally produced shows from your station. Get the PBS Video app now and stream the best of PBS anytime, anywhere.
We care about things that affect the lives of every American.
We are there at the front line
to get to the heart of what really matters in every issue.
This country has not seen this in 80 years.
This extraordinary moment in American history.
You're making such a huge impact.
Trust is at the heart of what we do.
For the 17th year, Penn State will host an authentic American Indian powwow this weekend in State College. Dancers and drum groups from across North America are here for the event. Reporter Janelle Randolph is in our studio with the story. Janelle?
Hannah, this event is known as one of the best traditional American Indian powwows in or outside of Indian country. Native groups from as far away as the Dakotas will be here to showcase their culture and traditions.
They come from across North America.
In many ways, it's like a big family reunion.
To State College for a traditional event showcasing their culture and music.
This is around the drums, which are like a heartbeat.
Hundreds of American Indian dancers and native drum groups have traveled from as far as Canada, Washington State, California, Arizona, and the Dakotas for the 17th annual Penn State Powwow. The event is known as one of the best traditional powwows in or outside of Indian country. Victoria Sanchez helps coordinate the event. She says the sound of the drums brings people together.
They're the heartbeat of the event. They're the heartbeat of the people, and you really will feel that, when you come in. And so it's a chance for Native people to come together.
About 5,000 to 6,000 people will attend the event this weekend, with more than 200 dancers performing. There are also vendors selling jewelry, arts, crafts, and books. Organizers have an important message about the event's authenticity.
It's not a reenactment of the past. It's not like going to a historical museum or that kind of a living history kind of thing. It's about the present because those traditions are still very much alive today.
Dancer Misty Nace is looking forward to her third powwow here.
I'm looking forward to getting out there dancing and seeing friends, meeting new people. It's just a wonderful time to go and be around community.
The powwow runs tomorrow from 11 to 9 and 11 to 5 on Sunday at the C3 Sports Complex in State College.
Alrighty, thanks, Janelle. A new grant will help Penn State offer free speech therapy to Pennsylvanians with Parkinson's disease. The 5-year, $280,000 grant goes to the university's Speech, Language, and Hearing Clinic. It will allow pathologists and graduate student clinic staff to provide therapy at no cost to the patient, either in person or online. Penn State is one of 16 universities nationwide to receive the grant from the Parkinson Voice Project.
Meteorologist Brian Michigan here with a look at that Center County Report forecast. We're to kick things off looking outside of Beaver Stadium here, and you can see not a cloud in the sky and even some leaves starting to take shape on the trees outside of Beaver Stadium. Current conditions right now, 79 degrees as your temperature. Feels like 79. We do have a little bit of a breeze coming in from the west around 10 miles per hour. And other than that, it's really feeling like summer out there across the state. Taking a look at our temperatures, you can see off to the west, that's where temperatures are in the upper 70s. Off to the east, a very interesting pattern that we have into the 60s still in Philadelphia and Allentown. It's all thanks to that easterly flow we have bringing air from over the cooler ocean waters into that area of Pennsylvania. Over the past 24 hours, we're up around 10 to even 20 degrees in some spots compared to where we were at this time yesterday. 14 degrees above where we were at this time yesterday here in State College. So we are experiencing a warm-up throughout the day today. Taking a look at our satellite and radar, you can see high pressure is still in control along the eastern seaboard, but that'll change as you can see this line of showers and storms off to our west. That'll be moving its way east as we head throughout the next 12 to 24 hours. So an air mass shift will also bring in some cooler air from up in Canada. You can see some of that cooler air bringing some snow showers into the Minneapolis and Bismarck and even into the Rapid City area. And that cooler air mass, again, will work its way into Pennsylvania in about 24 hours or so. So we'll time it out for you as we get into the afternoon hours of today. Maybe you see some showers or maybe even a slight chance of a thunderstorm overnight tonight and some increase in cloud cover as well. As we get into tomorrow, we're going to dry out for a little bit. And then as we get into the noon time on Saturday, that's where we have another line of showers and thunderstorms moving in. As it works its way across Pennsylvania, we'll see some heavier showers embedded with those and maybe some gusty winds at times. So it's definitely something to keep note of. But as that system gets its way off the East Coast, you can see temperatures diving down into the 30s as that air mass shift moves its way in. But for today, 85 degrees, and enjoy the summer-like conditions while we have it because it will be changing as that cold front moves through. Tonight, 59 degrees with those chance for showers. Winds coming in from the south at around 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, that's where our active weather day is in store. Temperatures up near 70 degrees. We have the showers and thunderstorms in play. Gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour in some of those heavier thunderstorms. But for your 7-day forecast, you can see we have that brief warm-up, but we're going to be going back down. Those roller coaster temps continue as we get into next week.
Brian, I'm feeling so blue over these rain showers coming.
Absolutely, but it's a nice day outside, 80 degrees, maybe a great time to go out and play some 18 holes of golf. And with that, we'll send it over to Juan Mendez, who has all of our sports update.
That's right, coming up in sports, Penn State men's volleyball is holding strong in the EIVA tournament as an NCAA tournament spot. And Penn State's 100-year-old boxing club makes program history at national championships. We'll hear from a national champion after the break.
My skin, think it's time I find my place here.
Fasten your seatbelt.
You're taking my breath away.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Amazing.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You belong here. This is your home.
What is your sense now of the humanitarian situation?
This is making me emotional.
This experience I'm going to carry with me the rest of my life.
I'll always be so grateful for everything you did for me.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
I'm Juan Mendez with sports. We start with breaking news. The U.S. Olympic team trials for wrestling are coming to Penn State next year. The Bryce Jordan Center will host the event in April. The champions from the team trials will be eligible to represent the U.S. at the Olympics next summer. Penn State volleyball looks to bring home their 35th EIVA title as they host the EIVA tournament at Rec Hall. After claiming the regular season title and #1 seed in the 16 field, the Nittany Lions matched up with George Mason after the Patriots win over Harvard on Wednesday. Penn State managed to continue its winning ways last night and move on to the championship match, winning 3-1. They'll play Princeton tomorrow. The winner gets their ticket punched to the NCAA tournament. Penn State baseball starts a 3-game series against Ohio State tonight at Medler Field. They're coming off a win against Youngstown State earlier this week. It was a thriller Tuesday night, but cold, filled with Penn State errors, leading to 4 unearned runs in favor of the Penguins. But after a third-inning ejection on a controversial call for coach Rob Cooper, the Lions rallied to win off a 2-run double from freshman transfer Bobby Marsh in the bottom of the 8th. Cooper said Marsh has been impressive and taken advantage of his chances.
First of all, he's a great kid. I mean, he's a guy that his teammates really rally around. He works hard. He cares. And this is a guy that was a highly recruited kid, went down to Florida Atlantic for whatever reason. It didn't work out for him. He's put his head down and worked hard. And hey, I'm going to keep working. I'm going to work while I wait, and I'm going to, and then that gets his chances. And he's been really good for us. I like the fact he's on my team.
Tonight's game against the Buckeyes starts at 6 p.m. State High Baseball plays this afternoon at Phillipsburg as a busy week wraps up. The Little Lions beat Altoona last night and lost to Central Dauphin on Tuesday. In Tuesday's home game, runs were hard to come by with the score knotted at 1-1, headed into the 5th inning. The Rams scratched the go-ahead run across the plate to make it 2-1, a deficit the Little Lions could not battle back from. Following their win over Altoona, State High now sits at 5-5 on their season. State High lacrosse went 2-0 this week with wins over Cedar Cliff Tuesday and Central Dauphin East yesterday. In Tuesday's matchup, the Little Lions jumped on the Colts early and often in a landslide win 17-4. It was their 4th straight win, with the 5th coming yesterday to make them 8-1. Their next game is on Tuesday. And there's a new national champion in Happy Valley. It's Penn State Boxing Club's Brett Rosoff-Verbit.
Let's hear it for our coach and our champ again. Let's go!
Penn State's boxing club stood strong at the Collegiate National Championships this month in Charlotte, North Carolina. Brett Rosoff-Verbit became the first male champion at 125 pounds in program history.
I feel like I was able to finally gain closure on not only my Penn State experience, but specifically my boxing experience as well. I always felt like a national champ, so now I can finally say that I am one.
A personal victory and a major achievement for the club, which is now home to 23 national champion boxers since 1923.
And, you're going to need to be consistent with that hard work, not just when it feels good or when you have the time between classes and exams. Like, you got to be in there every day you can. You have to go the extra mile as well, As Rosoff-Verbit says, hard work pays off here in this very belt. Now, we are the same weight class, so I'm going to have to give it back.
A donation site was launched to facilitate travel to the event. The team, no stranger to adversity, is grateful for the support. That is right. And with that, Rosoff-Verbit is actually graduating this spring with a Master's of Science in Material Science and Engineering. That is all for sports. Now back to you guys at the anchor desk.
Thanks, Juan. I'm not going to lie, you're a national champion at sports anchoring. How about you?
I couldn't agree more. We love Juan.
Absolutely.
And coming up next on the Center County Report, we'll go back to the baseball stadium to see how a simple promotion this season has exploded in popularity at Penn State. Stay tuned.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Support your PBS station and you can get Passport, giving you full seasons, early releases, special collections, and more. Get the PBS Video app now and stream the best of PBS anytime, anywhere.
We care about things that affect the lives of every American.
We are there at the front lines
to get to the heart of what really matters in every issue.
This country has not seen this in 80 years.
This extraordinary moment in American history.
You're making such a huge impact.
Trust is at the heart of what we do.
A popular promotion at Penn State baseball games has taken students and fans by storm this spring. Reporter Zach Hay explains.
Every Tuesday since late March, there's been a special attraction at the Penn State baseball games. And it's not even something on the field. It's food. Dollar Dog Night has become a fan favorite at Medler Field. Over the 5 games, the Nittany Lions were 4-1 and racked up big attendance numbers.
I think it just kind of took off very organically, which is all I could have ever imagined. And the team, they love it. They're bought in. They can sense a difference in the crowd when there's all these students out there yelling and cheering.
Nearly 3,000 fans turned out for the West Virginia game, the most since 2007. Last year, the team averaged only 453 fans at home. That number is now up in the 870s. Fans have packed Medler Field every Tuesday this season, and the team has matched the energy from the crowd, averaging 13 runs per game during Dollar Dog Night.
I mean, if we got to do Dollar Dogs every night, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get Dollar Dogs.
Penn State has run this promotion before, but never weekly. The schedule this year made that possible.
Obviously, baseball is very heavily Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and typically weekend games draw a lot better than a midweek game. So looking at the calendar this year and the schedule and seeing how many games fell on a Tuesday and that they were kind of unappealing times weather-wise, I was like, let's see what we can do to add a little extra buzz.
The team hasn't had a winning season since 2016, but maybe the Dollar Dog promotions will be one of the new keys to success. In University Park, I'm Zach Kay for the Center County Report.
You know, Hannah, Dollar Dog Night, it might be the best deal in town today.
I totally agree. I need to go to one.
Absolutely. It's a very fun time. Well, that's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us next Friday for another local news update.
But you can also follow us anytime for breaking news and watch our stories on the Center County Report social media. You'll find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a great weekend.
Welcome. How utterly charming.
Are you ready to get it going?
How does an English fan come to be Italian Riviera?
A fresh start.
Can I trust you?
Are you ready for the show?
You can't be afraid to show them what you got, what you want.
Are we having a party?
Of course, the more the merrier.
I love this place. It's my home now. Trouble in paradise. I can't do it on my own.
This is revenge.
There are consequences.
Be careful.
Nothing like this. Nothing like this. Oh.
You look like you need rescuing.
Don't we all?
What is it that you want?
I just want to let go.
I choose how I live.
There is the passion that I've been looking for.